You will invest into yourself on semen retention. No doubt. Well, if you create a YouTube channel or start a side business, you will invest into yourself because you're going to develop self-love. You're going to develop self-worth, and you're going to develop confidence when you're on this semen retention journey. See, when you get on semen retention, all your focus is going to be directed toward what it's supposed to be directed toward. You, your purpose, what's benefiting you. Everything that you see, everything that you hear, you're going to want it to benefit you. Whether if you're looking up knowledge or reading new words across the internet, across the web. You're going to be trying to figure out what can you do to help your state of mind. What can you do that can benefit you? And you're going to, you're going to sleep really good at night. You're going to be happy. You're not, if you're the type of guy that want to be a boss, you're going to try to be that boss. No, you're not going to try. You will be that boss eventually in the future. But it's all going to be a process. See, if you work in a regular job that you don't like and you don't want to be enslaved by this, society, and you want to have your own business, get on semen retention. It's going to help you to develop that mindset. See, it's all a mindset. Just like I manifested this channel. Semen retention helped me manifest this channel. It's all just a mindset. And self-love. And connecting with nature. And connecting with God. And connecting with the universe. See, if you do the right things will do good to you. See, you're going to be investing into yourself. See, you're not going to be out here no more on the weekends going to the club looking for a female that you can spend money on. Nah, you're going to go to the club and spend your money on you. You're going to go to the club for you. You're going to go to the club to enjoy your time at the club. You're not gonna go to the club looking for women. See, women, they like to be around guys that's vibing high. That's having fun. That's not worried about them. That's not focusing on them. That don't care about them. See, you guys notice the dudes, and I mentioned this before, but I'm gonna mention it again. They go in the club and it'd be like 3 or 2 dudes or 4 dudes. They just start dancing in the club. They're not focusing on women. And everybody just start to crowd around them. Because they don't go to the club for women. They went to that club for them. To enjoy themselves and have a good time. See, that's what you're going to do when you get on semen retention. Everything that you do is going to be for you. You're going to invest into you. You're going to live a happy life when you on semen retention. You're going to know your worth. A lot of you men don't know your worth. And I suggest you to get on semen retention so you can figure out your worth. This is a spiritual practice. It's all about bringing what's in, bringing it out into the world and manifesting, and living a life of abundance and living a peaceful life and a happy life. But you will invest into yourself on semen retention. See, you're not going to be worrying about females all day. You're not going to be worrying about females. You're not going to come home from your job and sit and just text a whole bunch of females. See, that's the feminine trait. That's what women do. When they get off their job and on their job, they just text a whole bunch of guys. But when you get on semen retention, you're going to stop doing that. You're going to start that business that you always wanted to start. You're going to start that book. You're going to want to level up. You're going to want to make more money. You're going to want to do better. And it's going to give you that willpower from within to bring it out of you on semen retention. But you're going to invest into yourself, I'm telling you guys. Give it a few weeks on semen retention. First you got to, that first week, you got to get all that negative thinking in that brain fog. They got to clear that up. Once they clear that up, you're going to start thinking for yourself. You're going to want to be alone. And it's a lot of power in being alone, because you're going to come up with ideas to invest into yourself. See, a lot of people, they don't understand the power of being alone on semen retention. You become a beast. You have no distractions. You know, you have you and your mind and your energy. And semen retention, man, it's a happy life, man. It's a peaceful life. You're not worrying about nothing. You're not worrying about what other people are doing. You're just worrying about what's benefiting you. Because, guys, we were meant to be on this earth to go and get. We meant to go and get. So go and get that business. Go and get that degree. Go and get that big mansion that you always wanted. That new car that you always wanted. You can go and get those things. But you have to put in the work, man. And semen retention is going to help you to put in the work to get those things. You know, it's not all about materialistic things, but it is about more of a state of mind. You know, it's about, you know, keeping your inner self healthy and reaching your higher self. You know, women, they don't like to hang around men that's always, you know, that's mad and angry and depressed. They like to hang around men that's vibing high, that's happy. They don't like that hang men that's low vibrational, that's vibrating red. They don't like to hang around men that's vibrating red. So, guys, man, you're going to invest into yourself on semen retention. You're not going to be thinking about women, you know. You're not going to care if she texts back or not. You're not going to be thinking about if she's texting back. You're going to be thinking about, you know, is you getting more money back from what you invest into? You know, you're going to be thinking about yourself. You know, like I said, for you guys that don't want to accept this, women, they like selfish men. Why you think they chase as celebrities? Celebrity guys are narcissists. They're the biggest narcissists on this planet. You know, everything is going their way. They're living a life of abundance. Everybody, all the attention is on them. But this is true, guys. You're going to invest into yourself. I want you guys to invest into yourself. Stop giving women your money. Stop doing this. Stop taking them out on dates. You wonder why you keep getting used for dates. Because dating is tricking. That's what it really is. You know, you're spending money to see if you can get inside of her pants. Just see if you can pull out your slab. Keep your slab inside and hold in your sexual energy, guys. You know, us guys, we make that hard. It's not hard. We make it hard. And the reason why we make it hard because we're not on semen retention. We're not practicing spiritual practices, ancient practices. We've fallen away from our ancient ways, our ancient practices, spiritual practices. That's the problem with a lot of you guys. It ain't got nothing to do with women, but they all have to do with you. You got to make a psychological decision to retain your sexual energy, man, and invest into yourself. You know, I'm manifesting. By making this video, I'm manifesting. You know, more subscribers, more likes, a better life. Being a YouTuber full time, I'm manifesting by doing these videos. And what you focus on will soon be yours. But what I am focused on, I already know that it's already mine. I already know what's headed for me in the future. But guys, you will invest into yourself on semen retention. This is what I like about semen retention. All those distractions, women, you know, video games, even some of your friends, if they're not, you know, trying to start a business with you or trying to get money with you, you're going to cut them off. Yeah, you're going to cut them off. You got to watch your friends too on this semen retention journey when you invest into yourself. Because they don't want you to have more than them. You think your friends want the best for you. Some of your friends, they don't want you to have more than them. So they're trying to distract you.